Hello, I am Jacob. I'm the host of the show. Thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and just being a part of what we do here. So, entering last year, the NFL allowed players to change their numbers to, in specific positions, were able to change to single-digit numbers. For an example, 2 Cowboy corners changed their numbers from 26 to 2 and from 30 to 3. Well, it goes from one of the more premier rushers in our game today is Davin Cook. He's changing his number from 33 to number 4, which is the number he wore in college. I like that. I think that would be awesome to see that in the purple and yellow. Number 4 running around. That would be a sight to see, and I can't wait to see what it looks like. The Seahawks have decided to pick up Noah Fant's 5th-year option. The former Denver Bronco was traded over, along with several other assets, and so the Broncos could acquire Russell Wilson. I think Noah Fant's a good athlete. He just hasn't had a whole lot of playing time, and when he has, he's been decent. He needs to just keep improving. You can't really tell what a good draft pick looks like until 5 or 6 years down the line anyway. You just never know. People would think Carson Wentz, his first year, and his second year he looked awesome. Now he's on his 3rd team in the span of 2 years. The Commanders signed kicker Joey Sly to a 2-year contract worth upwards of $5 million. Joey Sly has bounced around in the NFL. He was with San Francisco, was released from San Francisco, and now with the Commanders. He's decent. He's not the greatest in the world, but at that kicking position, I think you should just have a lot of kicking competitions and see who's better, which a lot of teams are doing. Makes a whole lot of sense. The Packers are doing something similar this year with how bad Mason Crosby was last year. They're going to do a kicking competition just to see what happens. Malik Turner, the former wide receiver of the Dallas Cowboys, is leaving Dallas as he signs with the San Francisco 49ers. And the Cowboys just don't care. And it astonishes me. Well, not astonish, but that's 3 wide receivers the Cowboys have lost who did offensive work. You lost Amari Cooper because you don't believe he was a $20 million guy. Okay. I don't like it, but I can deal with it. Cedric Wilson, you decide not to pay him $7 million, $8 million. I mean, okay, I guess. That's alright. Fine. You don't find him as a $7 million guy. Okay. But Malik Turner, they didn't even talk to him. They didn't care while he was visiting with the Cardinals and with San Francisco, and now signs with San Francisco. So, it's getting to the point of you have all this cap space, and you're not doing anything. I know you need $10 million for the draft. Why are we holding on to so much space this year? Unless your whole plan is just to allow McCarthy to fall on his face so you can fire him and try and coax Sean Payton to come to the Dallas Cowboys. If that's your hope, that's not, and I don't think that's the case, because that's just not how this team is operated, even when the coaches have been not great. They've always tried to win and be successful and have at least some of the core pieces there. But this, it looks like, almost like, at least from my point of view, it looks like Stephen Jones, who runs the Cowboys finances, is just saying, no, we want Sean Payton. We don't want Coach Mike McCarthy here anymore. And if so, why didn't they just fire him and then bring in and use Dan Quinn in that respect? They didn't do that, so I don't know why they keep going around the bush and trying to figure out why they're doing it this way. It doesn't make any sense. The New England Patriots had decided to sign Trent Brown to a unique contract. He signed a 2-year contract, but it consists on his weight. Trent Brown in the NFL has always been a big man. He's very tall and he's very hefty. But his problem is, when he went to the Raiders and got a big payday, he was overweight at times, and that's not good as an offensive tackle. So here's what they did. He'll get a bonus of $150,000 if the first day of the off-season program he weighs 385 pounds. He was weighing over 400 last 2 years. So at 385, he would get a bonus of $150,000 or less of 185. He'll get an additional $75,000 if he goes to 375 by June 1st. He'll also get an additional $75,000 if he weighs 365 pounds by July 15th. And he'll get an additional $450,000 if every week during the season he weighs 365 pounds or less. So I think it's a good incentive, for him, because he's been overweight. He needs to perform at a high level. Let's do it this way. And this is actually going to probably help him. It's not like, oh, we're going to do this for your whole career. No, just to start, and then we'll take it. It's in your hands, and you got to do it. But I like this idea, and I think if you have players that have a problem with this, this is something they should do, where if the team should do, where they give more money if the guy is actually making the mark that we've set for him. I think this is a great idea and a good job by the Patriots to make this happen.